Hi everyone, this is On Tapas, and today we're going to be talking about The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. This is the start of how it all ends. So this movie starts right after catching fire, and Katniss is very upset and struggling mentally, and there is no Peta around to help, so things are not looking good.
Katniss, President Tom McCoy.
You electrified the nation. We believe that if we keep this energy going, we can unify the districts against the capital.
Katniss, we're gonna shoot a series of propaganda clips, and we're gonna stoke the fire in this rebellion.
This revolution is about everyone, and we need a voice.
Then you should have saved Peta.
Yeah, so not going well. So in order to fire Katniss up, President Coin of 13 sends her to District 12, which was just completely decimated by bombings. Snow just literally committed that word. I'm starting to use that word way too much on this channel. I had to use my Divergent one. Like, what is going on with that word and, like, dystopian films? I'm probably gonna be on a watch list. Anyway, so she goes back to base and we learn that Peta is indeed alive. And this is a fact that Gale is almost certainly lamenting desperately.
It's a horrible, help me! It's a horrible!
Peta basically says that people should think about the costs of a war before jumping into one, and that they should have a ceasefire, which obviously makes him very unpopular amongst the resistant fighters anyway. And I cannot believe what I am witnessing here. This is history in the making.
Why do you think he said that?
I don't know, maybe he was forced. Maybe he made some kind of deal to protect you.
Gale just said something in defense of Peta. Let us remember this day for eternity. And I will say, it's very interesting to see how Gale shifts in this movie, because here he has a little bit more empathy. He doesn't excuse it or anything. Like, he still does say, oh, this is gonna be bad for everyone and stuff like that, but he's kind of like, well, maybe this is why. Whereas later, there's obviously some foul play in how Peter's being treated and stuff, as Katniss points out later. He becomes much more hostile and kind of loses the empathy, which is very important to Gale's overall character arc. Anyway, so now that Katniss knows Peta is alive, she decides to make a deal with President Coin.
I've decided I'll be your Mockingjay. Peta and the other tributes, Joanna Mason, and any Cresta will be rescued at the earliest opportunity.
No.
Madam President, we're losing ground because the people are losing heart. This is worth the risk.
For real though, we all know who's really running things around there. That's right, Chris Pike. So, since Katniss is going to be in front of the camera again, Plutarch decides to enlist Effie, who was somehow captured. I guess Haymitch arranged for her to be taken out of the capital or something. But anyway, so she's there, so she's gonna be helping Katniss again.
You honestly believe one of these cave dwellers is going to take my place? No.
And I just include that because I thought it was hilarious. So, we get a better look at District 13, and it's very dystopian itself. Like, everyone has to attend political announcements and, like, eat in this big open place. Like, there's strict rules. They have to wear the same clothes, unless you're Finnick, apparently. I mean, it is a rebellion, so it makes sense that it would be a bit standardized, and, like, you know, there'd be rules, because obviously you have to keep everything in order and stuff, but it still feels a little bit like totalitarianism, if you ask me. Also, like, Effie is trying so hard to make that outfit a fashion statement. Like, the look. Effie being an alleged refugee is just the best thing in this movie. I wish she was in it more. So now they try and shoot propaganda videos, which goes pretty terribly, until Haymitch shows up to save the day. Where he's basically like, Katniss is such a wet blanket. The only way she can get anything across is if she feels extremely deeply about it, personally. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. So Katniss and her team are sent to District 8 to visit a hospital, and Staff Sergeant Carmat over here, for real. Looks like he's wearing one of those rubber car mats. Actually, everyone does, but I don't know. It looks particularly funny on him for some reason. Okay. From now on, that's his nickname. Staff Sergeant Carmat. It's official.
What are you doing here?
I came to see you.
What about the baby?
Baby? What baby?
If it weren't for the baby.
Oh, that baby. Yeah, no, it died. Yeah. So, there's that. Now, I would like to highlight how important this scene is, because this is really where Katniss begins to see the importance of her role, as well as really recognizing the need for a revolution, because, I mean, she kind of knew it before, but now she really sees what the people are going through for their freedoms and how much she can help in terms of inspiration and keeping hope alive, because she's not just Katniss anymore. She's the Mockingjay, and she's a symbol to everybody. And I feel like this is when she really, really recognizes the importance of her role and kind of embraces it to a degree.
She was visiting a makeshift hospital. We're not sure if she's still there.
Everyone inside that hospital has committed treason. Show them what it costs.
And again, especially after Snow bombs the hospital, this is really the moment that gets her fully on the rebellion side. Not that she liked the Capitol or anything, obviously not. She hated them, but this is what really gets her fully on board. So they go back to base at 13, and
I got good news.
That's hilarious. She looks so full, but then like, oh, the disappointment. It's only Gale.
You weren't wanted.
Anyway, so they see another interview, I guess that's what we'll be calling them, with Peta, and it's pretty obvious that Peta is being tortured and being forced to say things in support of the Capitol. And guess what our favorite neighborhood barracuda has to say about it?
I saw a coward.
You don't have any idea what he's going
I don't
through.
care. I would never say what he just said. Not if they tortured me, not with a gun to my head.
That is the same Peta that defended you at the Whitney.
No, it's not. Now he's only defending himself.
Finish him!
Oh my gosh, like Gale smack talking over here. Like, nobody should ever say, oh, I wouldn't do or say that under such extreme circumstances. And Katniss makes a point about the pretty obvious mistreatment, and Gale's like, I don't care about that, and Katniss is like, what? So like, oh my gosh. Gale is just the worst. So anyway, so they go back to 12, and Gale gets all upset because he's telling Katniss about what happened, all the people he couldn't save, this is very important for his overall character, motivations, and stuff, because we really get a better idea of all the pain that Gale has inside, which is why he acts so bitter and hateful a lot of the time. And as much as I like to hate on Gale, I mean, who doesn't, right? But, you know, like, his anger is justified, because it's rooted in so much mistreatment and, like, evilness and stuff at the Capitol. It's just, he's sort of letting it splurge out on everything, because we do see that he does care about other people. Like, in Catching Fire, we saw this, too, because, like, he went back and saved people and stuff. So it's not like he's a bad person. It's just he's beginning to let this hatred and stuff change him, but there's also like an underlying like jealousy about it too, so there's that. But anyway,
This is where you kiss me. I knew you'd do that. Because I'm in pain. That's the only way that I can get your attention.
oh, here we go. Don't start with that. I was just talking about how much her actions are explainable because of drama and terribleness. Don't go pulling that. This is too hard. I don't think I can ever say something even slightly positive about Gale again. So anyway, the revolutionaries blow up the dam and stuff, and there's a security breach in the Capitol. So BD,
Who did not die,
is able to push some of Katniss's like propaganda pieces through, which is seen by Peta in the third interview, who quite literally crashes national television again for the third time, and tells them that the Capitol is planning an attack. So because of this warning, everybody is saved. So after the attack, they all go outside to film another propaganda piece to be like, the warriors are still here and we're still fighting and all that kind of stuff. They just see like this, which is just Snow's way of taunting and warning her, because actually I don't think I mentioned it before, but he placed a single white rose in a bouquet of dead flowers in her house in the beginning when she first went back to 12.
He's gonna kill Peta. He's never gonna stop.
Cressida, we should cut the
As long
camera.
as I'm the Mockingjay. No, he warned me. Don't make me do this!
Also, this right here is the reason I always give Gale such a hard time. Like, 10 minutes ago, he was just manipulating her into smoochifying him. And then now, she's in the middle of a breakdown, and he can't be bothered. Especially when she tried to comfort him when he was really upset in 12. Like, Hamish clearly cares about her more. In a fatherly kind of way. Don't even go there. Which brings me to another point, being that Hamish is really trying to help Katniss throughout the film in his own, like, Hamishy kind of way. But Gale has the audacity to stand there like, why don't you like me? I'm going to be mopey. As we just discussed, like, he does want to help people and he does want to end the injustice and stuff, but like, he's terrible for her. He just could not care less. It's all, in a relationship speaking, it's all about him. Anyway, after this, President Coin decides to send a rescue team after Peta and the rest of the capture victors like Annie and Joanna. Gale actually does something, I mean, besides whining and manipulating Katniss. I mean, he does something selfless. He volunteers to save Peta and the others. So can we all, and I say this grudgingly, can we all thank Gale for something? At least he did the right thing here. I may not like him, but I'm willing to give credit where credit is due. That is very brave and very selfless of him. But something is definitely afoot because Snow deliberately lets them escape with the prisoners, which is why I can't fully get behind this whole happy reunion between Annie and Finnick. There is something sinister going on here. I can smell it.
Peta.
Okay, I can't do this anymore. We're turning it off. I'm done. Sorry, I'm back. I'm okay now.
It's called hijacking.
It's fear conditioning, enhanced with tracker jacker venom. They torture him, strip down his identity, and then all of that suffering and fear is redirected.
They turned him into a weapon, Katniss. To kill you.
So since Peta has basically been Winter Soldier-ified, they have to see if they can get him back to normal, basically, and the movie ends there. I didn't like this one as much as the other two, however, I appreciate it. It delves into depression, war, ethics, and how Katniss' view of the revolution at Capitol is really changing, which are all very important. It's just a bit depressing to watch, especially the end. I just cannot with that. No joke, when I was rewatching this to help me write the script, my sister was like, I am not watching that again. It was so depressing. But at the same time, I do appreciate what they were going for. Like, it's depressing because there's awful things happening. Katniss just feels so alone and used, and that's just taxing stuff. What I did think may have been a good idea was to put some more scenes with Katniss and Prim together, because there were some, but since Katniss and Prim are supposed to have a strong bond, I felt like it really would have helped to include more scenes with them together, especially since Prim didn't really get to be in the first two, because most of the movies took place in, like, the arena or the Capitol. Overall, I didn't enjoy this movie as much, but I appreciate what it wanted to do. Wizard, take it from here. Wizard, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so it seems that Wizard is not going to be present for making a commentary because the last movie was such a snooze fest, and Jolky Anna Portia broke her word because she said that I could make. I didn't say that. I did not say you could pick the next movie. Oh wait, maybe I did. Wizard and I will have to settle this dispute some other time. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Have an awesome rest of your day. Like and subscribe. And see you next time.